Hello, it is Saturday. Welcome to a new vlog if I haven't already said so. And it's been really productive. You've seen me doing some cleaning and now I'm just sitting on my bed. Got another cookie. I made cookies last night because I needed something non-stressful and something just to calm the mind after the extreme stress of yesterday, which you would have seen in last week's vlog. My house had a major incident where a plug for my water just completely disintegrated and was gushing water and poured I don't even know how many hundreds of gallons of water into my floor. So I'm really excited for my parents to get back from their trip. They will be coming in tonight at like 8:30, almost 9. So I'm really excited that they're coming back and my dad can come up tomorrow and take a look at everything because I've been like on edge every time I have to use water. I haven't taken a shower yet, which like I definitely need to tonight, and I will feel better taking a shower knowing my parents are home at least. So if something really horrible goes wrong, they're right here instead of having to like call extended family, which they were super nice and were like quick to come rescue me and help me. But you know, it's just different when it's your parents, you know, like I just feel like they are easier to just come out in the middle of the night and like come help me with something, you know, like I don't feel as bad asking them for some reason. But anyways, so I've been kind of on edge all day, which is why I did like manic cleaning, which honestly needed to happen anyway. So like I was doing some major cleaning and I did bite the bullet and start laundry. I was like, should I even, like with this whole water situation, I've just been so nervous about using water to cause something else. Even though my uncle told me that this is not your fault. This was the fault of the person who did the piping for this house because they used steel when they should have used brass because brass would not have rusted out like that. So that's what I've been told by both my dad and my uncle, but I still feel like it's something I did. So I still feel guilty. Anyways, all household talk aside, the house is doing great. I'm feeling a lot better. Baking cookies honestly really helped. Like I never thought I would be the person who would bake when they're stressed. Like I never thought that was me, but I think that might be me because I did that last night and it just like felt so relaxing and I didn't even like listen to anything. Like I didn't have YouTube on, which is very rare for me. I always have YouTube or an audiobook going on like to keep me company, I guess. So that was strange. Like I've never just like done something so silently. So that was really relaxing and I got cookies out of it and these are really good cookies. I definitely will leave the link down below for this time because I did not do that for that smoothie recipe, and like it feels like 2 months later I went back and was like, oh my gosh, I never posted the recipe and now I can't find the recipe. So I will leave the cookie recipe down below because it's amazing. Like this is such a good recipe and I did alter it a little bit. Like I don't use coconut oil and I don't use almond flour. And I use like triple the chocolate chips because I'm sorry, a half a cup is not enough. So those are the only modifications I think I've made. If I think of any more, I'll leave them down below as well. But those are the only modifications I know for sure that I've made to the recipe. But anywho, let's chat about some books. So I did finish A River Enchanted, which, let me go grab my books. So I did finish A River Enchanted last night. Was it last night? I think it was. Yeah, it was like midday yesterday and I really enjoyed this. I definitely want to read the sequel to this. This was so good. I gave it 4 stars. It was a really whimsical story and like I mentioned in last week's vlog, it very much reminded me of the Bear and the Nightingale series and a little bit of Strange the Dreamer in the like whimsy of the story, which I just truly loved that. So I've already described this book in last week's vlog, but it's a very atmospheric, folklore inspired story. I believe it's Scottish folklore that this is inspired by, and it's just magical. And I'm really sad that I don't have the matching sequel to this book. Like I don't have the sequel, but I really wish I had the illumicrate edition because this edition is just stunning and I just wish I had the one that matched. But it looks like the UK cover would match this pretty well. So now I have to use Waterstones for UK editions because I don't know of any other UK bookstores that I could get UK editions of, thanks to Book Depository being closed now, which I really miss that store. Like I miss their prices. Their prices were so cheap and it took forever to get here, but I really miss Book Depository. I don't know why they had to close. So let me know of any UK bookstores that you know of that I could buy from online, because Waterstones is the only one I know of that would ship internationally. So let me know if you know. But this was a great time. Really glad I read this, and I have completed my first book for the magical readathon, which is very exciting. And then I did start a new audiobook this morning, which is She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Parker Chan, which, again, liking this so far, just kind of getting into it though. So we follow our main character, I'm not remembering her name, of course. Actually, I don't believe she has a name. At first, like, she has a name, but like it doesn't matter because she changes her name pretty soon after that. But anyways, so we follow our main character, and this is set in like 1300s China, and we follow this family, this father and his two children, a girl and a boy, and he takes his children to a seer of sorts who is able to tell if his children are going to have a great prophecy. So he takes his two kids there, and his son is told that he is going to be like the greatest warrior alive, I believe. Yeah, he's given the fate of greatness, and that's all they really know. Like, it's a pretty vague prophecy. And as they go to leave, his daughter, who did not get her like fortune told, because women, of course, at the time were not seen as very much of anything, and so she sneaks back and asks the man, what is my prophecy? What am I destined to be? And he said, nothing. You're destined to be absolutely nothing. And she was just crushed by that, as anybody would. And so they go on, they go back home, and I believe her brother dies, and I can't remember what happens. Okay, so a bandit attack happens, and her father's dead and her brother's dead. This all happens within like the first chapter or two, and now she's an orphan, and so she decides to become her brother. So she takes his clothes, puts them on, styles her hair in the fashion that he wore it in, and joins a monastery. And she's going through some really grueling trials, and she's also taken his name as well. So his name is Chu Chang Ba, I believe is his name. I'm listening to the audiobook, so I need to listen to that again, but that's a very, very rough pronunciation of it. But we're following her as she's acting as her brother, and she is way younger than all the other boys at the monastery. She's, I believe, like 11 or 12 right now, and all the other boys are a lot older, and she's very much behind in her studies. She's supposed to be reading at this point, and she's not, so the monks are having to go through a lot more work to get her up to speed on things. But I'm quite enjoying it. I don't really know where it's gonna go, and there's a tag on Storygraph for this book with LGBTQ+, so I'm kind of hoping there's some of that in here, which I was not expecting, but you know, would love to see that. So this is going great though. This book has so many like blurbs on the back. Like, we've got S.A. Chakraborty, Rebecca Roanhorse, Alex E. Haro, C.S. Pacat, Zen Cho. Like, there's a lot of people. Oh, Tasha Suri. There's Melinda Lowe. There's a lot of people on the back of this book. And Samantha Shannon. Oh my gosh. So many people have blurbed this book that I love. That makes me really excited to read this. I believe this is a duology, so the second book is definitely out now, which I would also love to get a copy of. But we'll have to read this first to see if I like it. So far it's going good. Like, I'm not loving it, I'm not hating it, but I'm like kind of getting into the story. It's definitely a little dense. I don't know if the audiobook was the greatest choice, not because it's a bad audiobook, it's just that I don't know if a historical focused fantasy is the best to listen to necessarily. But this book is also giving me some like Poppy War vibes, in that our main character is like going to school, she's like getting trained, and from what I remember of the Poppy War, I believe that kind of happened in the first book as well. So really quite enjoying this, looking forward to reading more, and it's going great. And then I am going to take this down to my parents' house with me, and I probably will start and finish it tonight. And that is I Still Love Volume 1, which is for one of my classes for Magical Readathon. So if I could get this done, then I will have 2 books down for the readathon in the first 5 days of the readathon starting. Well, actually we started 3 days earlier, but I pretty much started on August 1st because I was still wrapping up June books. So, I mean July. I don't even know what month it is. So I do plan on starting and finishing this have no clue really what it's about. I just know that Jade from JD Ray Reads loves this, and or at least she liked it. I don't know. It's been so long since I've owned this, I don't even remember who recommended it. I think it was Jade. So anyways, I'm gonna take this down with me along with tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow and get some reading done, and that's the plan. So I'm gonna go down there now, and I'm gonna spend the rest of the evening down there until it's time to go pick up my parents from the airport, and then I'll take them home and might hang out with them for a bit, and then come back here and just hang out and then go to bed. Tomorrow's Sunday, which feels weird. Today feels like Sunday because I didn't go to work on Friday, which was very weird as well. Like, I felt really bad not going in, but you know, can't really leave your house like underwater. So anywho, I'm gonna go and I will chat with you all later, hopefully saying I've read a ton, although I have been reading a lot today. Like, even though I spent like 2.5 hours cleaning today, I have done a fair amount of reading, which is great. So I'm hoping to read a big chunk of tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow from today and tomorrow and get it most of the way done so I can have it finished this week would be great, and then get started on my next reads. Magical Readathon is going very successful so far. I'm very pleased about it. So, anywho, I'll chat with you all later. Hello, long time no talk. This lighting looks very weird on my camera. It looks like part of my face is like bright red and the rest is like yellow. This is very weird. I don't know why my face looks like that, but hi, it's Tuesday. It's been a week. Nothing too crazy's happened, thankfully, although I was up late, very late last night with my dad as we were pumping like, I don't know, 20 to 30 gallons of water out from under my house because of the lovely incident that happened last week. So yeah, that has definitely taken a turn. My dad has determined that that's going to be quite a project, and I will be down my washer and dryer in like all water for about 2 weeks because it's going to be a major repair. We're going to have to go under the house and rebuild the timbers that are holding up my water tank downstairs because the water that was pouring down and leaking all over ruined the integrity of the timbers, so they need to be kind of brought back up because they're like disintegrating. And there's a trench down there because the water just, you know, found its way wherever it wanted to go and just made a mess of things. So the floor definitely needs replacing as well now because it's completely ruined from, I don't know, about 100 gallons or more of water being poured onto it. So it's a big mess. Thankfully, it's a mess that can wait. It's not like immediately like right now this is urgent. It's definitely on the list, but my dad has some projects at their house that he needs to do first before this happens. But he did fix a leak that I had, like another leak that has started happening. So he fixed that. That's doing great. So now it's just waiting to have the time to work on all of that. But that's something we could do in the wintertime too. It's not something that we have to do summer because there are certain chores that we cannot do in the wintertime in Alaska. Like, there are things that we have to do now or you're gonna wait another year to do it. So my dad's kind of working on those kind of projects, but my project is all inside and can all be done at any given point. So that's where we're at on that. I just thought I'd give a little, you know, life update because I definitely feel like these vlogs are more personal because I want to get back into making more themed vlogs and more specific book themed vlogs, like reading a specific book or couple of books and vlogging over like a month or two, reading those titles and then having a vlog come out and do like 24-hour readathon vlogs where like I use the stopwatch method and do videos like that. I really want to get back into doing that, and I did recently buy a new editing software which is cheaper than all the other ones because I was looking at Final Cut Pro, but I just cannot justify the $300 price tag on a piece of software. So instead I bought Wondershare Filmora, which I did just get the free version and was playing with it, and I'm really impressed with the features of it. It's definitely a little bit of a learning curve, but I'm really getting the hang of it, and I've used it for one video so far and it turned out great. Like, it's not too crazy of a difference, but I feel like the ability that Wondershare Filmora, whatever it's called, gives me, I can do so much more with my videos and like add so much more editing techniques to it that I see other booktubers using. So I really want to start doing more editing and better editing, and that's kind of my goal. So back to reading. So I'm still reading tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow, which I will finish in this vlog. I almost said 300. No, we are 269 pages into this book. I don't know why I said we, it's just me. And I'm liking this, but I definitely feel like this book is too long. And I was taking some notes on my iPad. I recently started like a book journal on my iPad to just kind of scrawl some notes as I have them for books. And this one's going fine. I'm really not obsessed with it. Like, it's good. I like the characters, although they are really infuriating as well. Like, I feel like our main character, especially Sadie, we do have two main characters, but Sadie's one of them, and I really like her. Like I've mentioned throughout this vlog, I really relate to her being a woman in IT and all that comes with that. But she's also really infuriating to me in that she just doesn't seem to listen to Sam. Like, Sam is clearly struggling, and he's really struggling with his disability. His foot, which was ruined in a car accident, is bugging him. Like, it's been bothering him his whole life since that incident, and he doesn't want to talk about it. He doesn't want to talk about it. He doesn't let anyone see his foot. He's very secluded in that way, that he's just like hiding himself from everybody, including Sadie, who's supposed to be like his best friend. And I feel like she knows that on a subconscious level. Like, she knows that he's struggling, and she knows that that's why, but at the same time she just gets so mad at him for like not showing up to work because his foot was bothering him. But like, he doesn't tell anybody that, but we know that because we get his perspective, and he's saying how much his foot is bothering him, or it's just like he just can't bring himself to go to work that day because of his disability. And I just feel like Sadie does not have that empathy with him, but she also does. Like, it's really confusing, but like, I also feel like that might be the point of the story, is to have such morally gray characters and show the complexities of friendship and how you can be like so right for each other as friends, but also be so bad for each other, like almost toxic. I don't know. It's a really interesting dynamic, and it's not one I really read before between characters where like they're such good friends but they're also like terrible to each other. Like, they build each other up so good, and then they just can tear each other apart so bad. And it just reminds me of like a really toxic relationship, but it's also like not. Like, I don't know, it's so confusing. It's really interesting though. Like, this would be such a good book club book because there is so much to discuss about the characters and the gaming industry, and there's just so much good stuff in this book. But it is a little long. Like, I'm getting bored. I'm kind of getting to the point where I just want to skim. Like, I don't want to, but this book is just getting too prolonged. Like, I was ready for things to wrap up like 50 pages ago, and I just am curious to see how it's gonna end. Like I predicted when I started this book, I feel like something really tragic is gonna happen, and I won't tell you, obviously, to keep things spoiler free, but I have an inkling it is happening. But anyways, I need to get ready for bed because I had a very late night last night, and it's turning into a very late night tonight because I got swept up in watching The Bachelorette. So I need to get ready for bed, and I'm gonna read some of Tomorrow, which I did not do yesterday, and I will chat with you all when I have another update because we're just gonna go with the flow with these vlogs. Welcome to more orange lighting. I really should maybe not film with such orange lighting, but we're just gonna roll with it. Hi, so I realized I haven't really given you guys much of a reading update on my audiobook, which is She Who Became the Sun. I am liking this book. I'm disappointed to say I'm not obsessed with it or loving it as much as I thought I would. It's going fine. Like, I feel like it's a 3-star read. It's just a lot more war focused and a lot more political leaning than I thought it was going to be. And political in the sense where our characters are like planning battles and so-and-so is now the general and that affects everything. And there's just a lot of names. And listening to the audiobook is really confusing because I can barely tell the names apart as to who's who just because there's so many names. And I know who our main character is, but they're getting lost to me in this book. Like, I can't tell where she interacts with this story anymore. Like, I'm just getting really lost, honestly, reading this. I'm gonna keep going because I'm like halfway through and I am curious to finish it, but I definitely don't think I want to read the sequel to this, which just recently came out. I just don't think I'm that interested, and it's just way more political than I was expecting and just way more war focused in a way that's not like entertaining to read, I guess. So it's going fine. I'm just kind of disappointed in it. We have Margot here. Here she comes. She's shaking the whole table. Hi, Mommy. Oh, she's almost knocked over the camera. Hi, come here. Be nice. Okay. Hi. Look. You're not showing your face. We got a Margot. She's like so stiff. I know. You don't have to act like that though. Okay. Anyways, we also have illumicrate to unbox. Hi, my camera died, so we're just gonna film this on my phone because it's truly just too much effort to go grab my other battery. Plus my phone like takes decent video. It's obviously not great, but editing me can fix the audio and stuff because I know that's gonna be terrible. So anyways, we have illumicrate. I think this is July's box because we're just entering August, so that would make sense. So I have not opened this yet. I've only just got it. So it's gonna be a surprise for me as well. So this is July. The theme is you win or you die, you know? That's just how life is. So the first thing I'm seeing, is a game. It's called Guess the Character Game. So it contains 2 sets of 20 character cards and 20 mystery cards. So the aim is to ask questions to guess your opponent's mystery character before they guess yours. That is so fun. I really want to open this now and like see what kind of characters we're talking about here. Oh, okay. So we have Aileen, we have Odaro. Yeah, I would not have guessed that. Elias, Evangeline, Fitz. Okay, Gideon is like obvious. I feel like everyone could guess that. Oh, Lila, yes. So this reminds me, what's that game called? There's a game I'm thinking of where you're doing just this. Oh, it's that game where you wear that headband and you have your like character thing on your forehead. I look ridiculous right now. What is that game? Headbands. That's what this game reminds me of. That is so fun. Now I need to find like a bookish person to play this with. You know, actually this would be a super fun book club thing maybe, because I feel like book club, we've read probably a decent amount of these books. So anyways, okay, next item is a towel, which is exciting. Fire is Catching towel, inspired by the Hunger Games. So let's see it. All right, this is like a decently sized towel. Like, that's nice. Oh, I see. It's a vertical thing. So, yeah, very cool. This is actually like a really nice towel. I really like this. Ooh, I'm really curious. What is this? There's like a bag. It's like super soft, but there's nothing in it. It's just like this cool little like bookish bag. I'm assuming the thing probably fell out unless the item is the bag. Let me check. Oh, it is. It's just the pouch. So keep your tarot or playing cards safe with this embroidered pouch. That's cute. I like that. This would actually be great to travel with like little things that you don't want to lose. You could just like put it in here and cinch it up. That's super cute. Love it. Okay, now I have this box that is stunning. So let's crack it open. Teacups! Oh my gosh, I love the illumicrate teacups. They're so pretty. Wow, this one especially. Look at that. I don't know if my camera's even focusing, which I'm using my phone, but these are so pretty. And there's two. Oh my gosh, stunning. Look at that. That is so pretty. I love these. These are so cute. I just am obsessed with like ceramic things. And these would honestly be really good, like even little trinket cups or something. So cute. Love it. And I think the final item is the book, Just Sod Air. I feel like, who was it? I think it was Olivia from Olivia Reads Latte had a copy of this book and was reading it. Ooh, and it has really cool stenciled edges. Let me take it out of the plastic and we can look at it a little closer. Maybe, if I can get it out. Okay, there we go. So here's the cover. No clue what the original looks like, but I really love the metallic. Got beautiful stenciled edges, and it's quite gorgeous. And it is signed by the author. Has, you know, pretty little end pages. Ooh, and then it's like printed onto the book itself, the title, and it says, "Every truth has its time." Very nice. I like how, like, this edition is obviously pretty, but it's not like over the top wow. It's just like really like reserved and really pretty. So I don't know what this is about, but it says, "Get ready for an unmissable tale of shattered kingdoms, forbidden magic, and cunning royals in Sarah Hashem's Egyptian-inspired epic fantasy debut." Interesting. Well, I'm excited to read it. It sounds great. So that is the July illumicrate box. Great items as always. Love this little like game. That's so cute. Love it. So I have a raging headache and I got like real bad cramps. Feeling real terrible right now. So I'm debating on if I should even try to go get a workout in, but I know that if I don't, I'm just gonna like not and then take the rest of the week off. So I'm probably gonna have to go do that and maybe make it like a 20-minute workout or something. But I also like messed up my arm today. I have no idea what I did. I was like holding my arm like this for a while just because like I don't know, just doing that. And now my arm, I swear I'm having like a Charlie horse in my arm. If y'all have never had a Charlie horse, you are lucky. Charlie horses are the worst. And if you don't know what that is, and you're like, what are you talking about? It's basically this really super painful cramp that you'll get in like, typically I get them in my legs, like in my calves or my thighs. Oh, and they're terrible. And there's nothing you can do but like walk around, and usually it's a sign to me that I'm dehydrated or that I need more potassium. So like I'll eat a banana the next day or something. But I swear that's what my arm's going through because it feels like the muscles like seize it up and it like won't let go. My bicep right here is like super tight and it like won't let go. So I might put some ice on it or something. Like I don't know what I did, but it's like all messed up. So anyways, I guess I'm gonna have to go exercise because I know if I don't, I just won't. And then I really truly hope to read more this evening because I've only been reading like 10 pages a night of tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. So I really want to get that book done this week. Like if I could get it done this weekend, that would be amazing. I'm gonna go now and do all the things I gotta do. And I'll chat with you all later. Can you tell I desperately need to film a book haul? Like, this is ridiculous. I am going to film that this weekend, and that's how many books I need to haul. Like, what the heck? I also actually have another book to add to the pile. I just got this in the mail. This is Clean Bed Heroines. I'm so excited to have this. I bought this off of Pango, which I'm obsessed with like using to buy books, because at first I was just using it to sell my books, but now I'm turning around and using the money that I make on there to buy books that I really want. So I got this in the mail. I have 3 more coming and I'm excited. So I'm really glad I finally bought this. I love this paperback edition. It's just stunning. So we're gonna just plop that right on the pile because that needs to be hauled as well. But I'm so tired. But I just wanted to come on here, say hi, and show you my new book. I don't really have much of an update other than that. I did order some new camera things, which I'm excited about. So I have been needing a new tripod. I don't even know how long. Like, my big tripod is just destroyed and it needs some help. So I ordered a new tripod, which I'm excited about. I also ordered a mic for my camera, but with the camera that I have the Canon GX Mark II, and it does not have like a specific port for a mic, and that's why all the booktube people that I watch have stopped using this camera. But I can't afford to just like at the drop of a hat go buy another camera just because this one doesn't have what I want. So I did some research and I found there's an adapter you can buy that will adapt a mic for this camera. So I ordered the adapter and I got a really nice mic, and then I also bought the adapter for the tripod that will hold the mic off to the side because I can't mount it on top of this camera. So I'm excited. Like, I'm just trying to revamp the things that I have without spending a fortune. So that's the goal. This mic will also work with my phone, so if I ever need to vlog with my phone, I'd have a really good mic for that too. And I'm really excited to get some new equipment. And it didn't break the bank. Like, that was honestly a really cheap transaction. Like, the tripod, the adapter, and the mic were not that much at all combined. So that's exciting. So that should actually be here this weekend. So I should be able to test that out in next week's vlog. So like I probably mentioned, I'm gonna continue doing the weekly vlogs. They're just gonna be more casual, more just hang out and just chill with me, and you'll hear about some books, you'll hear about life stuff, and then on the side I will be doing book specific vlogs in some sort of fashion. I have a big list that I came up with the other day of video concepts, one that I would make episodes of, like season 1, episode 1 kind of a thing. So I'm really hyped about that. I trialed it yesterday and it went so good. So I'm really excited about that series. So I will start that after my other secret vlog is over with. And yeah, I think that's how we're gonna do things. Just kind of keep it fun around here. Add some more surprise content instead of just the same old droll stuff. I mean, I love doing the videos I'm doing. I just want to spice it up a little, do something more spontaneous and unexpected and fun, most importantly. So anyways, I got my nightly chores to do, but just wanted to pop in, say hello. One more day to the weekend, and this weekend my mom and I are not doing a single thing. We are chillaxing, we are not leaving our houses, and I'm looking forward to it. So she really just wants to have some time to herself. I totally get it. They've been on vacation for the past week and she just never really got that. So I'm hoping to do major reading this weekend. I feel like I say that every weekend, and every weekend I'm not super successful, but I truly hope to do that. It is really getting chilly around here, which I'm really appreciating. It's really getting colder, and honestly the tree behind my house is turning orange. I'm so ready for fall. So I'm just hoping to spend some time with the cats. We're just gonna read and it's gonna be a cozy time. So little sneak preview for next week's vlog, but yeah, that's it for this update. I'm gonna go do my stuff, and I gotta go do that. I am bound and determined to finish a book in this vlog because I haven't, and I think I should, and I think I can. So tomorrow, I think we can do it. So I'm currently on page 350. In this book, if you just count like the story and not all the acknowledgements and stuff, is 397 pages. So I'm gonna have Google do the math for me because, you know, that's hard. So I have 47 pages left, which is really doable, and I can fly through the pages. I can typically read like a page a minute with this book, so if I just like buckle down, I could finish this book in 47 minutes. So that's gonna be the plan when I get back from dinner. So I'm gonna head down there shortly, but I just wanted to pop on here, say hello. I got a new Google Nest Hub, as you would have seen. I've been eyeballing one for a while because I'm getting really tired of my blaring phone alarm waking me up, and I just feel like that is like a terrible way to wake up every morning. And I was doing some research and I already have quite a few Google products that I really love. Like I have 2 speakers and I think that's it. I just have the 2, I guess, but I love them and like they're connected to each other, and I had one in my bedroom and one in the living room, and it was nice. I could just be like, hey, turn on the lights or do whatever, because I do have smart plugs throughout the house for certain lights, and that's just been really handy. So when I discovered that there's a Nest Hub that first of all would sense your sleep, which is super cool. Unfortunately, it is only free through the rest of 2023, and then you're gonna have to pay for it if you want it. I don't know if I will. We'll see how much I love it, like if I'm obsessed with it, because it's free for the rest of 2023. But if I'm obsessed with it, I'll see about the subscription. But it says it works best with Fitbit, like it connects to your Fitbit and stuff, which is cool, but I don't have one. I have an Apple Watch. But anyways, so we'll see if I like that feature. But I also like that it has a gradual sunrise alarm, it's called, where it'll slowly start playing sounds and gradually get louder and louder and louder. And you can also use hand gestures to turn it off, which I like, because I don't know about y'all, but I do not want to talk at 5 a.m. Like, I don't even talk to my cats in the morning. Like, I'm just like, no. It is absolute silent time until I'm fully awake. So the fact that I can just wave the alarm off is really nice, or at least like wave it to snooze. And then I made it to where my last alarm will tell me the weather for the day once I snooze it, and will also play my morning podcast, which I am kind of getting into news podcasts. Not really, but I just feel like I need to stay a little bit more up to date on things in the world, because for my entire life I just ignore the news. Like, I do not read it or look at it unless it absolutely pertains to me in some degree. But I really feel like I want to stay up to date on more things, and I just don't want to be overwhelmed with it though. Like, I can see myself getting addicted in a very unhealthy way with that. So I found a podcast. It's called Apple News Podcast. It's like a little 10-minute show on weekdays, and it just gives you the highlights of kind of like, hey, here's everything that went on today and is going on. And I really like it. I think it's really short, it's to the point, succinct, just facts, not any opinions. I really like it. So I started listening to that the last few days, and it's been great. And it's not like depressing, it's just like bullet points, you know, here you go, that's what you need to know, and that's all I really want. So I have my Google now set up to do that, which is cool. So I'll just like play that while I'm laying in bed, and by the time that's done and all my alarms will be done by then, I can get up and get on with my day. So that's really cool. So I did also set up all my apps on there. You can watch Netflix, Hulu, and Disney Plus on there, which I think is really cool. I am a tad disappointed with the YouTube functionality. I was hoping it would be more like the YouTube app, where you can just open it, go to your subscriptions or watch later list and watch something, but it doesn't work that way. Like, when I try to say like open my watch later list, it doesn't know what I mean, which is kind of irritating. But I am able to broadcast my phone to it, which is fine, because I listen to BookTube. Like, I have BookTube on in the background as I get ready for bed every night, and I was hoping that this little critter could replace my iPad, like in terms of playing BookTube at night. And I don't know, I'm gonna keep playing with it. Like, that functionality I'm not impressed by, but the rest of it is really cool, and I will let you know how the alarms go, because I do like to have alarms set on the weekends too, so I don't sleep the whole day away. So I have my first alarm set for tomorrow at 8 a.m. and we'll see how she does. I don't know what to expect, but I hope it's cool. I hope it lives up to my expectations. But yeah, so I also like that it shows the time, like all the time, like it's all the time on display, which I really like. And you can make phone calls to it, which I think is really cool. Like, if my house sitter or whatever is having an issue, like, I could call her and talk to her through the Google Nest Hub or whatever, because I do plan on going on a little trip with my parents in September. And I now have an indoor camera, which makes me feel better too. Like, I could just watch things internally. I can talk to her through that camera as well, but I think if like she needs to talk to me or whatever, I don't know. And like, she doesn't have her phone on her or something, because it's my aunt, and she very often does not have her phone with her and just, you know, goes off into the world or whatever, you know, without any electronics. And that would be cool because I don't have a home phone. Like, that's not an expense I need. So I think that's really cool. I was gonna try that out and like test calling it and see what that actually looks like and how that works. But anyways, I've been chatting for a long time. So basically, this vlog will end when I finish this book. I'm gonna go down for dinner, and then I'll come home and read this, and then I really want to watch the Red, White, and Royal Blue movie that came out today because it's on Prime, and I want to see it real bad. So that'll be my reward for finishing my book. So toodaloo for now. I'm back, but I also forgot to show you all, I got The Unbound today, which is the second book in the duology that Victoria Schwab wrote. I can't find this book anywhere. I swear Amazon had a copy, but it's like for a stupid amount of money. And this is a very beat up copy. Like, it's missing some of the spine. It's an ex-library book. I mean, it's not great, but it was for $1 on Pango. So to at least finish the duology, I bought it. So adding this to the collection, let's go put it on the book haul pile. I will be filming that tomorrow because I have a stupid amount of books to haul. So I need to do that. But anyways, I'm gonna get ready for bed, meaning take a quick shower. I think I'll skip washing my hair because I'm gonna be doing chores tomorrow and it's just gonna get nasty. So might as well wait another day and curl up in bed, put a little bookish ASMR on my little Nest Hub thing, and finish tomorrow. And hopefully my next update will be I finished it. So that's the goal. Let's do it. It is 10:45, but I did it. I finished tomorrow, and I gotta say, I'm kind of disappointed. I thought this book would be like absolutely incredible, mind-blowing, amazing, and it was just fine. Like, I liked the story well enough. I was hoping for more romance. Like, I feel like this book was pitched to me as kind of a sci-fi literary fiction exploring video games with a heavy romance in it, and that's not at all what I got with this book. And it definitely was strong in the video game aspect, which I really liked and I've talked about extensively in this vlog, but I just was expecting more from the characters. Like, I didn't feel very attached to any of them besides the few aspects of Sadie, but otherwise it was like fine. It wasn't fantastic and amazing, and I'm happy for the people who love it, but unfortunately that's not me. So I'm gonna probably give it 3 stars. Like, I enjoyed it. Would I read it again? Probably not, but I would recommend it, I think. Like, I don't think this is a book that everybody's going to love personally. I just feel like that could be described for every book, literally. But I mean, I feel like this book has a very specific audience of like literary fiction readers who like video games. And is that a thing? Like, I don't know, but it was fine and good, and I'm glad to have finished a book for this vlog. So that is going to be it now for this vlog. So I will chat with you all in the next video. I plan on doing lots of filming this weekend, so hopefully some fun videos will be coming to you all shortly. But if you made it this far into the video, comment some like technology emojis in honor of tomorrow. And with that, I will see you all in another video soon. Goodbye!